I am back from vacation, and we already have quite a bit of figures announced for this year and that we've already pre-ordered. So today we're going to be talking about some of those things from Marvel Legends, McFarlane, Mafex, Mezco, Mythic Legions, and beyond. Stick around and let's talk about it. Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Strong Collectors Podcast. I'm your host Dakota, here with my co-host Jordan, and today we are taking a look at 2024. I was on vacation for about a week. I had no internet service. I was going crazy not being able to look at my toys. So Jordan's going to give me a little bit of a catch up on what I missed, mainly in the McFarlane realm, because I hear there's quite the drama going there. And then we're going to talk about what's been officially announced to come out this year. If you want the leaks, go back and watch the leaks video. We just had one earlier this week. It's a doozy. So Jordan, let's start out with McFarlane because that seems to be the hot topic button that I missed. What's going on?
Yes. So Dakota, we did get an announcement of a monitor Build-A-Figure wave, which I know a lot of people have been talking about wanting a monitor. So I kind of saw that and was like, oh, what do we got going on here? The big thing, of course, is the price increase. Now we noticed, so they are McFarlane store exclusives, but you're getting a Superman. This is that Earth 2 one that we've been talking about before.
Finally.
Yes, Kid Flash, Psycho Pirate, and Spectre. But the catch is each of them are $39.99, and then you would collect them to build your monitor.
Which usually the price for a Build-A-Figure wave character is $25.
Right.
And he's decided to now make it $40.
Exactly. And these aren't. Yeah. So there was a deal where you could get $135, I think, for all of them, like $15 shipping. But if you were to get them individually, yes, $39.99. So that, to be quite honest, when I saw it, I thought it was like a prank or like a, I don't know. I literally thought it. Well, seriously, I was like, 40 bucks. I'm like, what is it? And then clicked on it, and sure enough, that's what they were. Which I don't know. I mean, for me, that is because the thing. I know we've gone back and forth on the quality of McFarlane's, whatever. Both with the comics and with the figures, it's usually been like, well, even if it's not the best, it's the cheapest one on the market. So it's kind of got that going for it, which I think is just kind of an odd move to jump to probably short of like a specialty. I mean, that's more than a Legion, or a standard one.
Yeah.
So, I mean, just shy of course, like a Mafex or a Mezco, which is known to be higher end. You just shot way past Legend. I mean, I don't know. That
I was trying
like
to
a
think
really
of,
weird move.
Like, what is a $40 Marvel Legend? Because Black Widow was low 30s, I think. And I mean, you're approaching like a Marvel Legends 2-pack at that point.
Right.
And
they aren't really like they come with a whole, Superman and Kid Flash come with hands, but Psycho Pirate and Spectre are just there.
That's crazy. And the monitor doesn't seem like a substantial Build-A-Figure, right? This
this was the thing though. I saw people saying this. So the Superman, technically, I don't know if you noticed, he does have a wired cloth cape.
Oh, okay, yeah, I did see that. Now that you say that,
the fabric, it looks like that crappy fabric, but people are like, oh, it's wired, and there, you can see wires like going down it. But I'm like, that's not going to be like, your steel or Asbat Mafex, where it's like you can do cool stuff. I guarantee it, having had the the Batmans with the cloth capes,
right?
But yeah, I don't know. To me, it also seems like an odd. I don't know if he's banking on like people really want the monitor.
But have people really been clamoring that hard for monitor?
That's what I'm saying is like, because it's obviously playing into the Crisis on Infinite Earths stuff from the 80s, and it's like, I know that was an iconic story. I just don't think, I don't know if these were the figures to make the $40 jump to, personally.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's...
like if you were saying like, this is Christopher Reeve Superman, people would be like, shoot, I want that.
Yeah.
I think. or something like that. That's gonna. I don't know what all those toys would be, but
it's just crazy. Like this coming from the man who has said, like, I'm gonna keep my prices lower while everyone else raises theirs.
Mm-hmm.
And he, like you said, he just shot past everybody. And I can't imagine these are gonna sell out. Like I think I was looking at the McFarlane store and it said the Spectre was sold out.
That's the last one I saw too.
I think that's a marketing move. I'm gonna say that's a marketing
sold
move.
out.
Yeah, exactly.
I had that thought as I was checking it. I'm like, wait a minute, you could just, since you're the marketer, you could just say they're sold out to make people be like, oh, if they restock, I gotta jump on it.
So I don't know, maybe not, because I think this was like a limited run, right? I think I saw somebody say that this was like a limited run and it was more expensive because of the tooling. And I think because somebody had sent a message to the Facebook page of McFarlane Toys. Yeah. And I think that their kind of response to like, why are these more expensive, was the tooling is more expensive. It's a limited run and it's a McFarlane exclusive, which is a dumb reason for anything to be more expensive, to be your own toy store's exclusive. It should cost you less. Make it
cheaper?
Yeah. It should be cheaper.
And the tooling, it's like, really?
What's new here?
You sure about that?
The cape? You sure about that? That's why? No shot, because that flash looks awful.
I saw someone do an edit. It was obviously an edit where they made his hands teeny tiny, but in those promo shots, his hands look really weird. Like they look, I don't know, for some reason those promo shots just look so disproportional, and
it just seemed gappy too, between the diaper and the torso.
This is random too, but the Psycho Pirate card, did you look at it? It's like
him,
the illustration. It's him just like knocked unconscious with the flash, like holding him by his collar. It's like, why would you think him just getting knocked out cold by some other character?
Poor Psycho Pirate.
I just thought that was a funny detail. I was like,
yeah,
what? That's his card?
Yeah. The Spectre did look cool out of all of these. Did he look $40 cool? No shot. But
even that Superman, like, even compared to the card, his head sculpt does not match. Mm-hmm. Like, the card, it's like, oh, that'd be it. And then you see it. He looks like to me, like, what was that? Was that Jeff Dunham? Had, like, the marionette old man puppet? He kind of looked like that to me.
Okay, yeah, I could see that. So
I don't know.
Huge miss.
Yeah. Maybe it was like an experiment for him, or I don't know. I mean, I hope that's not.
No, I don't think so.
He's moving. That'd be insane if he's like, we're moving towards this.
I mean, even the collector editions annoy me, that those are more expensive because you get a card stand. So I would hope not, but
it's worth the extra $10, dude. Believe me.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not picking any of these up personally.
No, I think on principle, I would never. Like, even if those were like the figures I've wanted most in my entire life, it can't support that kind of stuff. And like, and even still, like, okay, let's say that Spectre is actually sold out. That makes those other figures in the wave kind of pointless, because now you're just going to have a bunch of Build-A-Figure pieces that you can never actually finish this character if he's actually sold out. So I don't know. I hope it's a marketing tactic, but also from this wave, obviously people are going to want Spectre more than they're going to want a Psycho Pirate. So I don't know.
Yeah, I would love to know what the behind the scenes discussions were on that one, because it's just interesting. I think from the whole toy making marketing business. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So. That was the big news, Dakota. That you missed.
I wish I missed it more.
You could have gotten into a lot of heated comment discussions.
Yeah. All right, so let's go into Legends next. That was enough for McFarlane. I mean, there's probably other things on pre-order, but he's got so much stuff coming out always and all the time. You can go back and watch
We'll probably have updates soon. So
exactly. So Legends, things that we know are coming or are already kind of here-ish. We know the Void Wave. We've gotten that in hand already. So I have Crystar. We both have Vision. I would like to get Black Panther, maybe on a sale. And then also there was Namor, Namorita, and Power Princess in that. And I would like to collect all the Build-A-Figure pieces to make the Void.
Record, I love my Vision.
Yeah, love him.
I love him. I think he's great.
For the record, I love Kristar.
There he is.
And I just finished my Kristar book collection this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
While I was on vacation, I was like, you know what? I'm ordering the last comic on eBay. I found another couple like kids books of Kristar. It's like, why not get those too?
Yeah. Now you're wanting more.
And now I'm wanting more. Give me more Kristar figures. In addition to that, things that are kind of on pre-order or in some people's hands is the Retro Spider-Man wave. We both obviously have Scarlet Spider on pre-order. You have a Scarlet Spider pre-ordered for me, right?
Yes.
All right, good.
Yes.
It's
Amazon, though, so we don't know what's going to happen.
True.
Hopefully not.
We both have Jack-O-Lantern, right?
Yeah, I have him.
Okay.
I feel good about that still. I was looking at him recently. I think he looks cool.
Okay. There's also Hallows Eve, which I was talking to my comic book store about this wave. I was like, hey, you're going to like pre-order these, right? He's like, Legends really aren't doing that great. I'm just going to order Hallows Eve. I was like, I would advise you get Scarlet Spider. He was like, well, Hallows Eve's never been made, so I'm just going to order her, and that's going to be... I was like, I don't know, man. I don't think she's going to be selling out, but I don't know. Not my business, so if I were you guys,
not my job, not my problem.
Yeah, so we got Hallows Eve, and then Spider Shot, Last Stand Spider-Man, and Tombstone. I would like to do an episode specifically on Tombstone and how I'm excited for the implications of him. So stick around and maybe we'll do an episode on that. And then things that aren't really in anybody's hands yet, but they're on pre-order. We've got the Sabretooth and Logan. Super pumped for that one. I cannot wait to get that in hand. We both have that coming. We've got Lilandra and Brood Wolverine and Psylocke and Ninja Wolverine. I don't think either one of us have ordered those two.
No, that one just went up the other day.
Right.
Psylocke, Ninja, or just recently. Yeah, those ones didn't necessarily fit. I think they look cool, though.
Right.
I'm excited for the people who do want those ones.
Yeah, I agree. I think that Psylocke and Lilandra both look cool, especially Psylocke. I haven't read anything where she looks like that, but looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I think she was like mind-controlled and Madripoor or something. I was reading about it a little bit. So
okay.
I think it was a very limited appearance, which is interesting that it's getting a figure.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then the last one on pre-order, we both have Angel.
I'm excited for that.
I'm pretty pumped for that.
The more I look at that one, I'm like, dang. Seriously.
Yeah.
That even that one is cool. That I think the implication of the tooling of those wings is awesome. Like, I don't know.
I just wonder who else they're going to use that. I mean, obviously you're going to repaint it blue, and you're going to get a blue and white Angel.
Well, I would like to see later a redo of the Blueface, like Death, or which one is he with Apocalypse?
Yeah,
I never really liked them at the wings they had for the Legend of him personally. You know, I'm partial.
You
to
think
the
they would
older
do
one.
Like metal feather wings?
Like ones that remember the one that we had as we were kids,
like the Toy Biz.
I always liked that look better personally, but
yeah, okay, I could see. I mean, that is kind of like a modern. He's got more of the feathery. They would have to retool, like resculpt the wings, but using the same articulation. I see what you mean there.
Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see.
I'd be pumped for that too.
Possibly.
I think Danny Moonstar? I can't remember which one it is, but she has wings when she's like a Valkyrie, right?
Yeah.
Am I thinking of like Valkyrie? So.
Yeah. I'm sure there's other winged beings.
What about Mimic from the X-Men?
Yeah, that could be a cool. Give them a couple like effect pieces.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a really good idea. I like that.
Look at that. That's heard that from the commenters. I wouldn't have thought of that on my own. So leave some more comments. Who else is going to be able to use this kind of wing articulation? And then other figures that we officially know are coming. Hasbro's kind of said, but haven't put out for pre-order yet. We've got Patch and Hulk, which is the last 2-pack that they've announced for the Wolverine anniversary. Maybe we'll see some more of those coming down the road, but that's all that's announced so far. And then we've got the Hydra Cap. What are they called? Is that Secret
Empire.
Secret Empire Captain America. And then a Sam Wilson Captain America. Comic version, yes. Because we're probably going to get an MCU version later, but, go back to the leaks episode for that one. I don't think we're probably going to pre-order any of those. Oh, and there's also the
No.
Red Widow too.
That's right.
None of those really entice us too much. I'm excited for Patch and Hulk. I just probably don't need them for my own collection. But if I ever get them in a lot, I would be tempted to keep those, I think. Same with Sam Wilson Cap. I haven't read anything with him as Cap yet. I'm starting to read Champions where he's leading the Avengers, but nah. Keep him. I would like a classic Falcon though. Give me the deep V with a red wing. That'd be cool. Kind of like the Toy Biz.
No, I could use some more deep V's in my collection.
Yeah. All right, let's switch over to Mezco, Jordan. This is more your category.
Yes.
So what are you excited for coming this year?
Well, I still have. I think I lost a bet with you a while ago. I had put down for the pre-order of the Batman from Mezco, which I'm still excited for. From what I saw, I know there was the whole Mafex torso, whatever thing, but even from what I've seen, I don't think it looked great. And this is a kind of figure I'd be okay to have like on his own. I don't really see him necessarily, because the Mezcos always scale weird with other ones to me. So I'm still excited for that. No idea when it's coming. I was supposed to get it last year,
like October.
Yeah, it was supposed to be here in like August, and But this is the first Mezco I've been on like from the beginning.
Sure.
Of like pre-order, so it seems like from what I've gathered, that's kind of.
I feel like this is like you're in the like meme of whoever those actors are, I can't remember, but they're like hanging in the gallows like first time.
First time, yeah, I know. It's like, yeah, we'll get it in 2 years. So I have that one. So I'm excited for that, and then I'm on the wait list for Bartholomew Vex because, again, I do a little Mezco, not enough to know, like, I guess when their items are going up, because I'd seen like a promo image of it, and you showed it to me, and I was like, oh, that's cool, I'd like to get it. And then it was up and sold out, and I was like, when did that happen? So I'm hopeful, since I'm relatively early, I think, on the wait list, that I can get that, because I think he would look cool with my Atticus Doom and Doc Knock. That's kind of all I've got. I saw one recently. It was like a space guy, kind of Atticus Doom looking. I don't remember what his name was, but he has like the tentacle effects, but it's like a laser type ethereal thing.
Oh, interesting. I haven't seen that one yet. Like
a black cloak and like a robo looking head thing. I'm not sure how he fits in. I hope they're all gonna. I just love that these two came with comic books. So I would love if Bartholomew Vex came with a comic. I think that'd be cool to expand the world.
Have you seen any in-hand like reviews of him yet?
Bartholomew Vex?
Yeah.
Not that I've looked up. Maybe there are some.
I was gonna say I thought that he was in some people's hands.
He might be. It's possible. But I'm excited for those two from Mezco. Is kind of what I'm anticipating. So
yeah.
I'm sure there's other ones coming up, but
yeah, I mean, they just put out the Doctor Doom. I've been trying to push you to get him, but he's pretty pricey.
Yeah,
but you love your Doctor Doom, so I was just like, come on, Jordan, get him.
I know. We'll see.
Yeah. Switching gears to Mafex. Some of the Marvel ones that they have announced are Daredevil and Phoenix. I believe those are coming out this year. Personally, I know some people, like, we were talking and I was listening to Nerdzoic, and he's super pumped for that Daredevil. I think that Daredevil looks terrible. Leave me a comment down below. I think that the Marvel Legends beat the crap out of the Mafex for this one. Sure, he's probably going to be a little bit better articulated, but his shoulders look so like round and not, I don't know, maybe in certain poses he's going to look cool. But the poses they chose weren't the poses that make him look cool, in my opinion. Yeah. Maybe those out there and Phoenix, I've never cared about Phoenix, so if you want a Phoenix, she's probably going to be your best version, but she's also not really like a crazy dynamic character like Spider-Man. So probably just save your money and get the Marvel Legends, in my opinion. Again, that's just me. The DC side, that's where I focus a little bit more into Mafex. I've got Batman down here I still need to open up, but they've got
the Hush one, right?
Yes.
You said?
Yeah, the black one. And I think they just so it's the re-release of the black one, and I think they just re-released the blue one too, but it's kind of like with you and Mezco. I usually see it a week later, and they're like, "Oh yeah, well, this is coming up for pre-order." And I look at the comments, and it was like last week. I was like, "Dang it, I missed it."
Yeah.
But I was able to get this one pretty cheap on eBay, so pretty cheap for a Mafex. And then so on the Superman side, though, we're gonna get a Superboy and an Eradicator. I think those are possibly this year coming out.
Yeah.
I've got Steel. I've got Steel.
Yeah,
so it makes me think like, should I round out a whole, get Eradicator, get Superboy, get a regular Superman?
Those ones would all be, I think, cool characters to have as, because I love this character, and I just feel like the McFarlanes haven't really been doing them justice.
No.
Not that I imagine that ever happening at this point, but their Steel looks awesome. Yeah. So I could see those. Even the Cyborg Superman.
Yeah,
I would like to see him kind of cheap and be like,
I should have.
He looks kind of like a cool character to get.
I should have got him when he was going for a little bit cheaper. So maybe I'll be able to trade for him or something. We'll see. I mean,
the four Superman would be cool to have in a display.
And I'm sure they're going to do another classic looking Superman. They've done the Hush version. I don't have. Well, I think I have a DCUC Superman, but that's obviously not going to be like your display posing Superman. So yeah, I would like to get him. And Mafex just does so much better job than McFarlane. Where like you can buy 30 Batmans from McFarlane, but at that point you could have just gotten the one Batman you really wanted from Mafex and saved yourself 4 times the money. So
yeah,
to me, Mafex is the way to go for DC characters. You're going to get a lot less, probably not any of the crazy obscure characters, but they're going to be the definitive character. I don't think Bane and Batman are coming out this year because I think they were just announced.
Those are the Nightfall ones.
They might be coming out this year, actually. I'll have to go back and check.
Was that the Batman with the big horns?
Yeah. A little too pointy horns for me, so I'm going to stick with my Hush Batman.
Yeah.
I don't love the
I
look
think
of that.
From what we saw of the Bane, though, that would be really cool. Because I would love a classic comic book Bane. And I think, like you said, when DC, I think Mafex is going to be the one to give you at least the version of Bane I want. So
I would love to see Bane in your collection, Jordan.
I really liked even the what was it? Was that DCUC, the Build-A-Figure one?
Mm-hmm. I think so. Yeah.
I can never keep it on principle because it was always like 120 plus. So I was like, I can't keep this. But a Mafex one would make sense. So.
And you were a fool that sold the McFarlane Bane for.
Let's not talk about that.
Did you sell him less than retail?
It probably was about retail. Yeah, immediately. It was just this is a rage sale.
Yeah.
Never sell toys while angry. I'll say that.
That's probably good advice because that wasn't a great figure. It wasn't as bad as you thought it was. But now he's going for like 100 sealed, or I think I sold mine for 75 loose. I didn't really love it, but I was like, yeah, it's a Bane. He's big. He's not posable. So yeah, that's kind of the Mafex area. Getting into what I think is going to be an insane year for Mythic Legions. I'm pumped and a little disappointed. I hope everything gets delayed insane, which would make everybody else mad. But I'm going to be living in a bus, so I can't really have all these right away. So they're all going to Jordan's house, and Jordan's going to get to play with all my toys before I get to see them.
Right.
But first up, Rising Sun's just closed. That's going to be a cool wave. That'll be out not this year, so got to wait for that. But that's going to be a cool wave. Poxus, which is...
When am I getting my Poxus, dude?
I think this is going to be probably the... I'm pumped for this. And this is what got me into Mythic Legions, was seeing these up for pre-order. So I can't wait for these. These should be here any day. Like they're on the water. Once they get to the Legion's warehouse, they'll start shipping them out. And then I wasn't able to get in on their pre-order, so I'll get them from one of the approved retailers. I did just get one of the Empire Toys mystery boxes. So hopefully I get something. I was telling you should get one of those too, Jordan. You like
I was looking at that. No, I'm still stewing it over.
Okay. And then in February, I don't think they've set an official date yet. But in February, they're going to have Reinforcements 2, which I actually just, while I was on vacation, I sold my Valiant Knight because next month they're going to be selling him in stock sale. and I sold him for like $75. So I'll buy another one for 37. Cool figure, not worth 75. So that'll be cool. I don't know if I'm gonna, because I was able to get some of those in person. Maybe I'll get another Vampire Phalanx just to have the black armor, because I think that's pretty good for pop and swaps. Good stuff though. You should look at those again, Jordan. And it's in stock, so it'll be at your house pretty soon. Shortly after that, though, February 23rd-ish, they're going to have the Zolocon Skullman. This is one that you were liking, wasn't it?
Yeah, I thought I mean, I love my skeletons and creepy looking things. I didn't know much about Skullman. I did a little bit of reading. I think it's more like a tribute to a older retro toy. I think originally he looked too much like Skeletor, so they had to change him because they were just ripping off He-Man.
Sure.
But yeah, I think that's kind of a fun figure. I want to look at him more, but I from what I was looking at, I could see depending on that ends up as far as pricing and stuff.
Yeah, I like the colors on him. I like the the blacks with the red and the white, and it's very contrasty. I think it looks really cool. And I think those black parts will be cool for pop and swaps, because I've kind of used my Black Krampus for the custom demon. So I'd like to do some more with that. Did I repurposed those to put with my Walter the Mad Cosmic version. So after that, though, we're going to get sometime mid-year is going to be the Cosmic Outpost Zaxius. So that one is going to come with Scourge, the big green lizard guy. Tempted by him. I haven't pre-ordered him yet. I have Kurzog, the orange, kind of same body. He never stands, which is kind of annoying, but Scourge is going to come with a tail, so that'll make it easier. And I'll probably see how I like my Arachagor. If I love Arachagor, which I think I'm going to, it'll probably push me to buy a Scourge. And then I also got the Tusk Pilot, because since getting the other Cosmic Legions, I've decided I love the Tusk figures. So I've got that on pre-order from Jay's. And they were able to, I think they were doing a 25% off and free shipping. So I was like, might as well pre-order them. And then we get into some more crazy stuff. Sometime mid-year is supposed to be Necronominus. And maybe that'll be when Jordan finally wisens up and full dives into Mythic Legions, because he's got some actually coming.
I have several of those.
Yeah.
I have several of those, and I'm excited. So I'm looking forward to those for sure.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Once you get those, I think maybe it'll be no looking back. You'll say, you know what, all this McFarlane money is going into something actually worthwhile.
I think that McFarlane fund is definitely shrunk to about zero at this point for me. So
good. And then right after that, should be late in the year. Maybe it'll get pushed back. But we're gonna have All Stars 6, and again, you've got some pre-orders from that one, right? There's more skeletons and stuff. I think you got the Skeleton Raider. Maybe a couple of, that might have been the only one you got from that one, but you'll get mine, and I'll allow you to open up a few of them too. But continue. I'm super pumped for those. I can't wait for some of those skeletons. Even the Knights, I like those are two cool factions to be going up against each other. So gonna be a good year for Mythic Legions, and I think I don't know if we'll make this video or not, but I wanted to do the worst Mythic Legions are out right now, because I think once Poxus hits, it's over. I don't know how you can argue that Mythic Legions is not one of the best, if not the number one best action figure line, because they're going to have more articulation. They just keep putting more and more in the box. I don't know how it all fits in there. And they're not rising their prices like some people, Todd McFarlane. So, but that is our list of mainline stuff. We've also got, I think, is Savage Crucible coming this year, Jordan?
Should be. I think that's, I don't know if there's been an official update. I remember there was talk initially of them having hopes of things by near the end of last year. I think that was pretty optimistic. So I imagine it will be this year. I don't know when. I'd have to hop on the updates.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for those, though, man.
Yeah.
I think if those are good, I mean, and I would hope they only get better as they progress. So I'm looking forward to those quite a bit.
Yeah, I saw D Amazing had a early prototype in hand review of one of them, so I need to go back and rewatch that again. But I've been watching kind of the pre ones, and yeah, I think those are going to be really cool. I don't know if they're necessarily going to give Mythic Legions a run for their money, but I could see people kind of doubling up, and I don't know. I don't know if they would compete. Probably, honestly, unfortunately. But those are going to be pretty sick if they're what I think they're going to be. I'm going to be in trouble. Like, and Marvel Legends is doing a better job. I liked it better when Marvel Legends was sucking and I hated them, so I didn't have to worry about my money going there. But now I'm going to have. We'll see.
You got irons and a couple different fires here.
Yeah.
Like what?
And on top of that, I think late this year, I would assume. I think it's supposed to be this year is when Legendari is going to possibly be in hand. Right. That just seems like a really quick turnaround because we just put in our backer kit of what we wanted. So I don't know. I don't expect it to come this year, but I could see it kind of being towards the end of the year. But I'd like to get them on the show and do an interview, talk about the figures, because I think those are going to be pretty cool too. I don't know if I'll be as blown away by those as I will with the Savage Crucibles, just because the articulation looks cooler on the Savage Crucibles. But I love the ideas, and like I'm kind of happy with them being my like collection of Legendari figures. And I'm interested to see what both of those lines do, because Savage Crucible can do pretty much anything. And some of their concept art is nuts. Like I want to get those shark people. I want to get more animal type figures, which I guess Animal Warriors of the Kingdom is going to have some more figures coming out this year. Yeah, I might be.
It's not top on your list.
It's not at the top of my list. I'll keep reading the comics as they put them out digitally. Some of the figures.
Oh, if I get more of my, what were those one guys? The monster, whatevers.
Oh, remember? The Monster Action Force
Operation Strike Monster or whatever. If they do the Bigfoot and the like Cthulhu Man. Yeah.
Because do you have any of those on pre-order?
No, I don't.
Wow, Jordan, I can't believe you.
I know.
We do these action figure spotlights, and I feel like I'm like, it's like my duty to now pre-order some of these. You'll interview anybody and just like,
oh, I don't need come on now, dude. That's not.
No, I don't know. I think I might have pre-ordered a couple of those because I was like, oh yeah, we looked at these. They're cool. If you're not even pre-ordering, I'm not pre-ordering them.
If we interviewed that person, that'd be a little different.
That doesn't change anything in your mind, Jordan. Speaking of action figures coming out this year that apparently Jordan has on pre-order, you got any of those 9 to 5 Warriors on pre-order, Jordan?
I was thinking about Sergeant Scotchy.
Okay.
Do you have any coming?
I got Colonel Custard.
All right. I still like Sergeant Scotchy. I think I probably should get him.
I think you should too. I saw Toy Shiz has a in hand of those, so I think I sent you that.
Those look pretty good. You did.
Yeah. I wish Sergeant Scotchy had some more, like you could rip the tape off of him, but I understand it's a toy. You probably shouldn't be putting something that's cuttable on toys. Not that I think a lot of kids are going to get these, but they should be able to get them. You shouldn't have to be like, oh no, sorry, you can't have Sergeant Scotchy until you're old enough to not cut off your finger. Is there anything else you've got on pre-order, Jordan? I think that's everything, right?
I got maybe a couple NECAs, but
yeah, that's right.
There's Nosferatu, and then like London After Midnight. This other character from like a unreleased Lost film of the like 1930s. Lon Chaney. Those are supposed to be, I thought, end of last year, but I think they got shuffled back. So
okay, yeah,
I guess I'll get them when I get them.
I've got some gargoyles coming from NECA, so I got to get. I think Xanatos was out maybe last year. Their release is kind of weird, where it's like some people will get them and some people won't. But I still need to get Xanatos, and I think that's the last one that's officially out. The Phoenix Gate is going to come out this year. If I didn't already have Demona and Goliath, I'd probably want it, but I've already got them, so not really necessary. Definitely going to get Cold Stone. He should be coming out this year, hopefully. Do I have Lexington? I think I might have Lexington. I got to look and see who I've even got. Maybe I've already packed them away. That's going to be a problem. There is another Broadway. I don't really want to get doubles of any of the characters, but Broadway in the trench coat looks kind of cool. It's kind of like it's a really, I don't know. It's still on Disney Plus, but it's kind of like a gun violence episode, which I think is taken off of some places because he like accidentally shoots Elisa. So that'd be a cool one. Other clan member, I would get. I don't need any clones. I think Macbeth is supposed to be coming. He looks cool. I think he would probably look cool in your collection too, just as like a general monster hunter. Lots of stuff. Where are we getting all this money? I don't know. Make sure you're liking, sharing, and subscribing. If you'd like to make some money with your action figures, you can click over here and you can see how we have all of our action figures so far is paid by our action figures. Until next time, stay strong.